Come on in. It's tea time.
But I'm still on the ground, on the ground. I'll soon be fluttering if I can find my wings, find my wings. Impatiently I want to fly today, but I hear a gentle voice inside me say that slow and steady steps will be my pace. Slow and steady
I forgot my AirPods.
steps will win this race. It will take some time, but the victory will be mine. Slow and steady, I'm gonna learn to fly. I'm starting to believe I only race with me. Only me. I can't give to someone else this journey for myself. It's for myself. Since my best is all I have, it is enough. I can see a ray of hope. I've got to trust that slow and steady steps will be my pace. Slow and steady steps will win this race. It will take some time, but the victory will be mine. Slow and steady, I'm gonna learn to fly, and I will soar. I'll reach the sky. A little at a time, I'm reaching. I keep believing that slow and steady steps will be my pace. Slow and steady steps will win this race. It will take some time, but the victory will be mine. Slow and steady, I'm gonna learn to fly. Slow and steady, I'm gonna learn to
Get on in here. It is time. I'm telling you, we've got some things to talk about today. Trying to find an email from today. There's one. Because I pulled when tea time first started, Patty and I and Liz brainstormed 13 pages of topics. And then I blew them up and printed them out and cut them up into pieces, put them in a bowl, and I went through them one at a time, pulling one out. Whatever came up, we talked about. Well, we're recycling now because that's been a year and a half ago. And so I pulled one out just now. Sometimes you need somebody to tell you what to do. That's why we like to play games, and we like to put our menu planning in a peanut butter jar, or tiles with weekly home blessing on it. We like to play a game. But at the bottom of every email, and the topic that I drew out of my pretty basket that my sister-in-law made me, says we can always start where we are. Just right where we are. We don't have to wait for the beginning. We don't have to wait for January 1st. We don't have to wait for the first of the month. We can start right here, right now. And in the past, when I was trying to get organized, sometimes I would just jump back in the bed. Now this is going to sound weird, but I would, if it was 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I just couldn't get my act together, I would go jump in the bed and start my day all over. Just as if it was the beginning of the new day, just right then. And I would pull the covers up to my chinny chin chin, and I'd make the bed a snow angel style. And then I would pull the covers up and slide out, and then I'd push the pillows up and put the decorative pillows and put the bedspread on it. And, it was done. I'd go to the bathroom. I'd get dressed to lace up shoes. It was 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I had failed to do what I should have done. But I would jump in right where we are and start off as if I hadn't missed a lick. And before I would know it, my day would be going wonderfully. I mean, it would be a great day, and I would have things done. And it helps. At the bottom of every email I send out, and if you're not signed up for our emails, you're missing out. You're just missing out. But at the bottom of every email, it says, you're not behind. I don't want you to try to catch up. I just want you to jump in where we are. Okay? And we have our annual motto. Every year we have a different motto. And this year's motto is decluttering gently in 2020 teaches us that just enough is plenty. Just enough. We need just enough stuff. We don't need an abundance of things. We just need to get rid of some things and enjoy what we have. Now, with that being said, what have you been putting off? Have you not been decluttering? Have you not been getting up and getting dressed to lace up shoes? Because when I used to do a call-in show, and I had somebody named Nikki helping me, and Nikki would screen the calls because we got some bad people. Leanne and I have had some really bad trolls come in, and we had to have a call screener. But I would take the calls, and 9 times out of 10, I could pinpoint what was going on in their lives. Why they couldn't get their act together. Why they couldn't get their house clean. And it was one of 5 things. It was one of them. Either they weren't going to bed at a decent hour. That's important. We've got to get enough sleep. Or they were not getting up and getting dressed before the flow of the family, before the chaos started happening. You got to head it off at the pass, and getting up and getting dressed does that for us. They weren't menu planning, weren't putting dinner ready to cook in the crock pot or whatever earlier in the day, so they didn't really have to think about what's for dinner. My dinner's going. I've got my oven on 300. I've got stuff in the crock pot. I made some Salisbury steaks today. And, with some mushroom and onion gravy, and we're going to have some rice and a broccoli casserole and some peach cobbler for dessert. So you see, just doing one thing, doing a load of laundry every day is going to make your life easier. It really is. Taking care of just one thing is going to be better than laying around your jammies all day, or as my granny used to say, in your gown tail, and not getting anything done. You're sitting there feeling sorry for yourself. Don't do that. Get up and get dressed right now and put on your lace-up shoes and do what you need to do. Quit feeling sorry for yourself and get something done. Take care of you. If you don't, who will? So if you know somebody that needs a little help in the get organized part of life, if they're living in chaos, share our videos with them. Share FlyLady.net with them. Share our YouTube channel. We are here for you. We're not going to let you fall through the cracks. Now, another thing that really gets to me is if you're not reading our messages, and I know there's a lot of them, but this is called immersion. Immersion. I'm trying to get in your head. I'm trying to make it sink into that noggin of yours that what we're doing works. And it's not brainwashing, it's fly washing. And if I can get inside of here, you're going to start to see successes. And you're going to look at my little FlyLady cartoon character. When I had her, when I was developing the cartoon character for the website, the artist that was going to draw her up wanted to know what I did for people. Well, first off, I told him I was your biggest cheerleader. Yeah, biggest cheerleader. So he put me in a cheerleading uniform. Isn't it cute? Rah, rah, rah. He put me in a cheerleading uniform. Because I'm telling you, you can do it. If I did it, if I got my home in order, anybody can. So, then he said, well, tell me a little bit more. And so I said, well, when they start doing just a few, establishing just a couple of the habits, they start feeling like their fairy godmother has arrived and is giving them 3 wishes. So he gave me fairy godmother wings. Or dragonfly wings, but hey. Fairy godmother. Cheerleader. And then sometimes I'm shaking that mommy finger at you. And I'm telling you, you're not taking care of yourself. You're not doing what you need to do. You're not going to bed at a decent hour. And then I told him that I teach you to get dressed, to lace up shoes, fix your hair and your face, get some lipstick on, put some earrings on. Some people feel naked without earrings on. I know I do. And then she had on her little lace-up shoes. First, he put me in ballet slippers. I said, "No, ballet slippers don't do." Have you ever worn a set of ballet shoes? Not real ballet shoes, but just those ballet flats. Those are the hardest things on your feet you've ever worn. Put me in lace-up shoes. And then the mommy finger shaking. And then I said, and there's other times I'm just keeping time. So he put a fly rod in my hand. It's not on the doll. But if you look at it, it's kind of like a swagger stick, keeping time in the Marine Corps. Yeah, I can be tough like a Marine sergeant. But guess what? Keeping time. Telling you you're not behind. It's all part of the package. All of it. Every last bit of it is part of the package. And when we just jump in right where we are, then all of a sudden things start falling into place. And when plan B happens, it's not so big of a deal. It's kind of wonderful because you see that the things that you have done have got you prepared. So here's to taking care of business, Anyway, folks, I'm your biggest cheerleader. I want you to jump in where we are. We've been doing holiday missions now. We're on, we just finished number 20. We've got 10 more to go. But guess what? You can jump in right now, right where we are. You can skim over the old ones if you want to. But we got a basic weekly plan. It falls all right into place. It's amazing. Jump in where we are. We've got 2 weeks until Thanksgiving. Well, a little less than 2 weeks. But we can get it done. We really can. We can do this. So everybody, jump in where we are. Don't feel like you're behind before you ever get started. That's your perfectionism that does that to you. Stop it. Stop it now. Nip it in the bud, as Barney Fife would say, and let it go. Because we've all got the same hours in the day. And if we go to bed at a decent hour and we get up and get dressed to lace up shoes, you're going to find things will happen. Because those shoes are going to tell your head it's time to do something. And they're going to keep you from procrastinating. Because you got to put your shoes on. It's just one more thing to do. So we're just this huge orchestra, and all our little pieces play together to get rid of the chaos in your home. Are you ready to fly with me? Jump in right now. Don't wait. We can do this, and you don't have to wait till Monday. Go get dressed right now. Shine your sink. Some people haven't ever shined their sinks because they don't think that matters. It does matter. When you walk into the kitchen and you're greeted with a shiny sink, the most amazing things happen. Big old smile comes across your face, and you can't believe it, that you're not greeted with mystery water and dirty dishes. So everybody, jump in where we are. Stop beating yourself up. You know, that New Year's Day when I made that New Year's resolution to get organized, that was too broad. Too broad. But as I was examining why I was never able to get organized, what I found out was I never established a habit. So we practice a habit each month. This month our habit is menu planning. Menu planning. December's habit is going to be pampering ourselves a little every day. And January is shining your sink. We start every January out the same way because all of us need a little refresher course. And then we have February is decluttering 15 minutes a day, 5 minutes in the morning, 5 in the afternoon. It's a 27 fling boogie 3 times a day. And you'd be so surprised what you can get rid of. March is getting dressed to lace up shoes. April's making your bed. That one simple little thing changes your whole outlook on your bedroom. May is moving just a little, getting a little more exercise in your life. June is drinking your water because most of us are dehydrated. And every liquid is good for you. July is swish and swipe. This one little act of keeping your bathroom clean, putting things away when you get them out, keeps your bathroom company ready all the time, and you deserve to be treated like company. August is doing a load of laundry every day. One load a day keeps Mount Washmore away. September is practicing your before bed routine. Setting up a launch pad if you have to leave the house in the morning. Even if you don't have to leave the house. Having a launch pad to get the kids kicked off for their virtual schools is all good. October is getting rid of your paper clutter. And now we're back to November, menu planning. December, pampering. So everybody, establish one simple habit at a time. And as your habits grow, you string them into simple routines. And those simple routines change your life for the better. And you've done it one habit at a time. Just one habit at a time. And you don't even realize you're making changes because you chose to make the changes. You're not having FlyLady forced down your throat. And don't force it down anybody's throat in your home. Well, folks, I love you all. I will see you tomorrow afternoon. I take off on Sunday morning because that's my renew my spirit time. And we'll be back. And I'm going to end the show today with an I'm Flying song, I believe. Let me find it. Here we go. I love you all. I'll see you
Well, my sink is shining.
Go shine that sink.
I'm just a baby stepping in and not obsessing. I'm flying. I've got my list of things to do, and I'm ready for action in my lace-up shoes. Well, I'm no martyr, I'm just working smarter. I'm flying. Well, these piles of clutter could be blessing others, so I'm flying. And while I'm flinging, you can hear me singing. I'm flying. I help my friends and family, but with routines in place, I still have time for me. I can get things done while I'm having fun, 'cause I'm flying.
Jazz hands. See y'all later. Bye.